So, Rich, what can players expect?
So the Jurassic World Evolution 2 Dominion Biosyn Expansion is a DLC that contains a new campaign. We have a new Chaos Theory level inspired by the events of Jurassic World Dominion. We have new dinosaur species, we have new dinosaur variants, we have a new building set. We have lots of great stuff for players to get their hands on and enjoy, inspired by Jurassic World Dominion. DLC has a campaign mode that is inspired by the events of Jurassic World Dominion. The player is going to be going and working for alongside Biosyn Genetics, who are in the new movie. You're going to be going to Biosyn Valley and working to build their research compound that they're putting inside this valley. And we also have a new Chaos Theory level for Jurassic World Dominion, where you're going to be building a park facility, and in that level it's about protecting your dinosaurs from rustlers trying to come in and take your dinosaurs away. It's a great new mechanic we've added in that level, so it's going to be lots of fun for players to deal with the constant worry about rustlers coming in and taking your dinosaurs away when you're needing them to be in your parking facility. And we have lots of new exciting dinosaurs, sections some incredible ones from the film in the expansion, and we have a new building set as well. So it's because you're working in the campaign with Biosyn Genetics, there's a lot of buildings that you'll be using in that campaign, and we've that building set will be available to players in Sandbox as well.
So Biosyn buildings coming to Sandbox mode with this expansion. So this right now, the Dominion Biosyn Expansion, is a paid DLC coming June 14th. Cost will be £15.99, €19.99, or $19.99. So yeah, around £16 or €20 or $20, just to get that out there as well. So yeah, this was the Know Your Dino dinosaur that we wanted to share with everyone.
And it sounds like the community really do know their dinosaurs.
They do 100% know their dinosaurs. And this being the cousin of a velociraptor, it's quite a social creature.
That's
so
right.
You'll need multiples of it in your parks as well.
So if you're incubating and synthesizing, that's my tip. Make sure you have at least 2 of them.
And with these, with the Pyraptor, we're adding in some new behaviors, because this being a feathered dinosaur, it needs to, much like birds, which we're assuming that evolved from dinosaurs. It needs to maybe clean its feathers now and again. Maybe it'll get wet and needs to get the wetness off.
When we looked at adding feathered dinosaurs to Jurassic World Evolution 2, we kind of looked at wanting to improve the behaviors that these dinosaurs had. So we looked at what kind of feathered animals and birds do in real life, and when they're wet, when they're I don't say when they're snowy, but when they're covered in snow, when they have things on them, they will kind of perform a shake animation. We've added that behavior as well. So we've added they will now do that kind of behavior in game if they get wet. So it just adds that level of detail about them being real and authentic in the environments that they're going to be found in.
Yeah, but I think, there are some other feathered dinosaurs in this pack as well, but I think before we get to those, we have some variants and some dinosaur skins that I think we need to talk about first. So let's take a look at the Giganotosaurus variant from the Dominion Biosyn Expansion. Now, this obviously based on the Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion.
That's right. You might have seen it in the trailers, terrorizing all those beloved, iconic characters from the franchise, and the Giganotosaurus is one of the new variants that we've added to Jurassic World Evolution 2.
This being a variant means that it is it's more than just a dinosaur skin. There may be some size differences. There may be some differences in behaviors.
It's a different look. It will move in a different way than the existing Giganotosaurus that we have in the game. So we call them variants because we do put a lot of hard work in how they look and how they move and how they sound in the game as well. So it's a new dinosaur, but it's got the same name as an existing dinosaur that we have. So we kind of label them as a variant.
Let's take a look at the one of the skins for Parasaurolophus. So Parasaurolophus is getting 3 new skins with this expansion, and because and based on what they look like in Jurassic World
Dominion, they have a different look, as they have done in some of the previous Jurassic World movies. So we've added 3 new skins for you based on and inspired by their look and appearance in Jurassic World Dominion.
Let's talk about the T-Rex, classic Jurassic Park world dinosaur, and now updated in a 2022. not going to say variant because that means something else, but version.
Yes.
This is a new skin for the T-Rex, the 2022 skin.
Yes, this is the Tyrannosaurus Rex we've seen now in many of the Jurassic franchise movies. This is based on her appearance in Jurassic World Dominion that you might have seen in the footage in the trailer, where she's at the driving theatre. She's now been through so many experiences in her life, bless her. So in the Dominion Biosyn Expansion, we have a version that's based on her appearance in the film. She has all those scars from all those battles and experiences.
Yeah, as I mentioned, there's going to be 3 skins for the Parasaurolophus, which we showed earlier. And some things that we're going to mention today, but not going to show, is that we're also bringing out a new variant for the Dreadnoughtus, which is going to make it even bigger.
It's really big in Jurassic World Dominion.
Big
it's a lot bigger than kind of the Dreadnoughtus that we already had in Jurassic World Evolution 2, and this version inspired by the one in the film is huge. It's really lives up to the name.
And last but not least, something I forgot to mention is that there will also be a feather variant, feathered skin for the T-Rex, based on its appearance in the 65 million BC part. Final skin that I want to mention is that we're also rolling out a 2022 skin for the Dilophosaurus. There's a Dreadnoughtus variant, there's a Giganotosaurus variant based on its appearance in Jurassic World Dominion. There's a scarred and feathered skin for T-Rex, so 1 scarred and 1 feathered, just to be very, very clear. There is a new skin for the Dilophosaurus, reflecting how it looks in the film, and 3 new skins for Parasaurolophus, reflecting how they look in the new film as well. And then, of course, we mentioned the Pyroraptor. We talked about that earlier. Please, everyone, give a warm welcome to the Therizinosaurus, which just, tall.
It's an incredible dinosaur. It doesn't look it, but it's a herbivore.
Yes.
Those claws, the size, the intimidation factor that it has, territorial, so you want to make sure that it's in with certain different types of dinosaurs that it will get along with. It might not get along with many of the others, so it's going to be a real challenge for players.
Yeah. Does it use the claws to fight? I mean, you'll have to wait and see, but we just described it as territorial. So let's take a look at the Dimetrodon. And there it is, looking just gorgeous. I just really love the just giant back sail.
The sail is just an incredible visual striking thing about this non-mammalian synapsid. The sail is it's really striking. The way it moves and kind of navigates around your environment. It's very low to the ground. It's a carnivore. It's been great to work on, and the sail has been a great opportunity for us to really explore the different body and pattern colors you're going to have. All of the new dinosaurs that we've added will have a film-inspired skin, but they'll also have 7 body colors and the 12 pattern colors as well. Is it the way? I think it's the other way around. Everyone's running it around. It's either the 12 body, 7 pattern.
You can mix and match body and pattern color for all of them.
I've probably got
and in addition, there is a 2022 skin.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, the biggest flyer that we're introducing to Jurassic World Evolution 2, Quetzalcoatlus.
Biggest flying reptile we've got in the game.
Yes.
Really big. It's going to be an incredible challenge for you guys to keep it comfortable in the aviaries. It's going to need, I think it needs at least 4 aviaries.
Yeah, and this will also have the 2022 skin, and then also different body colors and different pattern colors, so you can mix and match them. And I also took a sneak peek at this exiting the aviary hatchery.
The hatchery, yes. The hatchery was
and I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect what I saw.
Yeah, it's an incredibly huge pterosaur, and it's been great to add it to the game.
But we're also rolling out some new stuff. We've mentioned that there's a new campaign.
Yes.
And we've also mentioned that there's a brand new Chaos Theory level, and we will have more details to share about that in the future. You'll be working in Biosyn Valley.
Yeah, there's a valley that Biosyn Genetics have in Jurassic World Dominion, and the player will be there working with Biosyn Genetics to build and develop their new research compound that they're putting in this valley, bringing some of these amazing new dinosaurs and species to life in the valley, and kind of enjoying a story built around that, inspired by the new movie.
Yes, and so there will be some expeditions you will need to go to in order to extract dinosaur DNA, but it's not a worldwide expedition like it is in some of the other game modes, but now you'll be digging for amber.
Yeah, that's basically right. The valley, the reason that Biosyn are using the valley is because it's its location next to amber mines in those Dolomite Mountains that surround it. So you as a player will be going and performing digs in those amber mines.
There's also a brand new Hyperloop transportation system. There's some invisible fences.
The Hyperloop network is a way for you to connect buildings together in the valley. So in the movie, they use it as a way to get people to different parts of the valley. They go under the ground to various buildings, to various research outposts, and we do the same thing in the game as well. So you're now no longer needing paths to viewing galleries. You're going to be using these research outposts in the Hyperloop network to connect your operatives to those different buildings, so you can use them as kind of viewing posts. And we also have invisible fences. So you'll be using invisible fences, invisible gates. So it will work just like one of the traditional fences, but there'll be no visible kind of vertical boundary there.
For sure. I think we have a small screenshot of what this, what the Biosyn research compound looks like, and then during the campaign you will be basically helping Biosyn build this.
Yes.
And so this is your sort of main base of operations.
That's right. You'll be working in the valley around this research compound. When you start the campaign, you know, there's nothing. It might not. It's not started to be built yet, and you're going to be working alongside some of the characters from the movie to build that. And from that point on, as you're building it, you're going to get access to different amber mines and create those amazing new dinosaur species.
Yes. Biosyn Valley map is also going to be available in sandbox mode, as will the Biosyn buildings. So that includes the invisible fences and the Hyperloop transportation network.
The Hyperloop isn't on every building, but there'll be some key buildings that you can now connect via the Hyperloop. You don't need to connect them using paths anymore, but there'll be some operations buildings that kind of still need that traditional path connection point.
Yes. The new map that we're introducing for the new Chaos Theory level, which you talked a bit about it earlier, but where you're essentially protecting dinosaurs from rustlers coming in to steal them. We're gonna keep it fairly sort of
high level,
high level.
So,
but
as you, the Chaos Theory is inspired by the events of Jurassic World Dominion. If you might have seen some of the footage from the trailer, there are some kind of nefarious types in the new movie, and we felt that'd be a great opportunity to add some new gameplay and some new challenges for you as a player. So we've got a new rustler mechanic. Very technical term, but we have rustlers essentially. They will come into your park and try and steal your dinosaurs.
The new campaign map and the Chaos Theory map will also be available in the sandbox, both as a flattened and normal terrain option.
Yes.
And if you're choosing the normal terrain option for the Biosyn Valley map, the research compound building will be a part of the map. Let's quickly recap everything in the.
You say quickly.
Or like this
is a lot.
Let's slowly recap everything that's in the Dominion Biosyn Expansion. So we mentioned a new campaign.
Yep.
New Chaos Theory level. There are also new Biosyn themed buildings because you are working alongside with Biosyn in the campaign. So new Biosyn themed buildings and some new gameplay features and mechanics that come along with these buildings. We've got the Pyroraptor. We've got the Therizinosaurus. We've got the Dimetrodon and the Quetzalcoatlus. Some new skins and variants coming. So we've got a Dreadnoughtus variant. We've got a Giganotosaurus variant. We've got a scarred skin for the T-Rex. We've got a feathered skin for the T-Rex. We've got a new skin for Dilophosaurus and 3 new skins for Parasaurolophus, all based on how they look in Jurassic World Dominion. All of that coming out June 14th at the cost of, so again, we should of course repeat this. The Dominion Biosyn Expansion is a paid DLC for about £16, €20, or $20 is going to be the price of this expansion. But there's also going to be a free update coming out alongside the DLC. Now we're going to talk about free content.
So as well as the Chaos Theory levels now being challenge maps as part of that update, we have a ton of other new things that we're adding as part of that update, as well as some other quality of life improvements as well that we wanted to do ourselves, but also we've been listening to you guys in the community as well of things that you'd like to see. Dinosaur wrangling.
Please talk
about
dinosaur
wrangling. Is a way for you guys as players, as park managers in your ranger teams to summon various dinosaurs and then send them to different places as well. So you have the ability to summon them as a cone, so if you wanted to target a specific one, or if you wanted to summon them to you in a circle as well. So it will bring all of the dinosaurs that are inside that radius towards you.
So right now I got the circle, and
that will bring all of them together.
So I think everyone should be able to hear that they're doing a whistle. They're basically trained.
We're not hearing it, but you should hopefully will be. But yes, the ranger teams will whistle them over, and if they're inside that circle, they'll come towards the ranger team, and then you can send them ahead of you. So it will send all of the dinosaurs in that
this radius.
semicircle, in that radius, over to a certain location in the distance. It will automatically open the gates for you as well. So if you want to send them into an enclosure in the distance, as Jens is doing now, it will open that gate automatically and send them over there. They are herbivores. They will obey you. They will come towards you if they're summoned and send. In sandbox mode, we have added an option for you to target. It will work on all of the dinosaur types on the land. So if you can wrangle carnivores in sandbox mode if you turn that on, but the default experience for players in all the levels will be like this. And this will work in any level, anywhere that you're using a ranger team throughout the game. Now you can have this functionality, have this behavior for your ranger team.
However, we are going to do some updates to the transportation stuff as well.
Because if you want to use the
yes.
transport teams to move your dinosaurs, we've also made it a bit easier for you to move large groups of dinosaurs at once. So now we've added this multi-select mode. So you can now select multiple dinosaurs that are tranquilized at once. You select the ones you want to move. You then finalize that selection, and then it will move all of them to where you want to. So we just improve the steps of you moving groups of dinosaurs at once. So we've added a new tour for the DFW building set. It was a building set that didn't have
right here.
A tour ride.
It's got the logo on it.
So now the DFW building set has a tour, so they will now act as transportation, which has been you guys in the community have been asking for a while now. So now you can connect up different, to make sure I get this right, different separate areas of your park can now be connected via your park tours. And in those locations, you don't need to have a path or connection point for some of the buildings as well. So,
yes. So this area here is connected to these two areas here via the park tour. Change the vehicle capacity, so you can do one vehicle per X amounts of meters, up to, I think it's around 200. With update 3, we're adding in the ability to have multiple operations buildings.
That's right.
As essentially decoration.
Yeah, so you put down the first one, and that's going to be kind of the operations building, was how I was going to really badly describe it. But that's the functional one. That's the one that allows you to access some of the menus, the management systems. So that one becomes kind of the main one. And then every other version of the building you add after that is purely for decoration.
I think I can also have multiple arrival points.
Again, I'm confident,
I'm very sorry.
but I don't want to be, you put me on the spot and I don't know for sure. So I don't want to promise something that's not there.
There are no ranger posts.
That's right. And why is there no ranger post, Jens?
Because after update 3 goes live, you can turn off dinosaur checks in sandbox mode. So if you want to just have a very peaceful place for your dinosaurs to be living, just make
nice
a big old peaceful valley, then you can turn off dinosaur injuries as well once update 3 goes live on June 14th.
And there's more quality of life improvements as well. So this is just just a couple of the ones that you guys in the community would love.
Yes, and I think that's gonna bring us to just about the end of the stream.